Okay, I think we're live. What's happening, everybody? You getting a little impatient, Lori? I could have started earlier, but I wouldn't have had anything set up because, you know me, I don't have anything planned. I'm just fly by the seat of my pants. Hell, I wasn't even wearing pants earlier, so.
Yeah. Luckily, I had time during Jason's show to get my stuff all plugged in.
Yeah.
Kind of ready ahead of time.
I still may have to run out for a minute. I got 3 dogs here tonight. And better take them out sooner or later.
There's Michelle.
What's happening, everybody?
Forever.
Damn, there's no connect to this thing.
Should send Michelle a hangout link.
Yeah. Come on if you want to, Michelle. Be like old times.
Yeah, no shit.
My Skype. Let's see. Do I have Skype on this computer? Let me check first. My Skype name is Shin Mustard. There's a legitimate reason for that name.
But you're not talking, right?
No. It's you remember when AOL was like the big thing and they used to send everybody those discs, you know? Free AOL disc. Well, I got one in the mail and I looked on the back of it, you know, and where the name and stuff was, it said Shin Mustard for like the username or a password or something. And I'm like, that's too cool not to use. I'm always banging my shins and, you know, Shin Mustard. Why not? And that's been my Skype name since I think Skype first came on the market.
That's funny. Sounds like one of those like snake oil type things.
Yeah, exactly. Put a little Shin Mustard on there and it'll be fine.
Those things you put on a you hurt your shin, put a little Shin Mustard on.
Damn, son, you done racked yourself in the leg. You got some Shin Mustard dripping out of there. Yeah.
Oh god. Like Granny from the Beverly Hills.
Yeah, exactly. Making up some tincture in the back room there in the kitchen.
Got a poultice out there. Some Shin Mustard.
Yeah, exactly. It's stuck with me ever since. Yeah, some people I've had like some important calls, you know, business stuff on Skype, and I give them my name, and they're like, "Okay."
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Oh god.
Hey, at least it's not like festering butthole or something like that, you know. What's your name, festering butthole? Okay.
Well,
I never said the show is advertiser friendly, so it's been a while since I've done this. It took me a few minutes to figure out how to set up a live event, even because, you know, I've been slacking and I forgot how to do it all.
That's right. Yeah, because I was going to say, well, you've been doing Jason's, but then it's like it clicked in my head. No, wait a minute, Jason hasn't been doing them.
Yeah. And I can't schedule his anymore because I apparently screwed that up somehow and got him banned off YouTube. Whoops.
Well, I think he was saying it was the link.
Yeah, when I set it up, I put the link to the guest of the show to his website, and I guess YouTube took offense to that.
That must be some new rule or something, because I don't think they used to use. I know when I was doing live streams, I used to put links in there in the description all the time.
Yeah.
All sorts of shit, you know, to other people.
It's like a legitimate reason for it. This guy's the guest on the show. Hey, here's where you find him. You think that would be okay, but apparently not.
Well, like I say, they probably change their rules as they see fit, you know, and they don't.
Algorithm computer said, ban him.
Yeah. So sounds like you already got the ghost box running there.
Yeah, I do. And I also have this cool crystal skull sitting here that buddy sent me.
And let's see if I can. And I have its big brother.
Oh yeah, there you go.
The one I got when I sent away for that one because I bought. Well, it was funny because that and I ended up with an extra one. I ordered 4 of them, and the guy sent me 5. He sent me one for free.
Nice.
I thought he was like fishing for more money, you know.
Yeah.
An extra one, and so because the way he works it, I couldn't believe the first time I bought a skull from him that he was willing to do it.
Yeah.
He sends them to me before I pay him.
Yeah, you were telling me that.
Yeah,
you're kind of sketched out, and I'm like, well,
yeah, he takes.
That's gonna be bad.
Takes payment through PayPal, and he sends me the skulls first when I get them here. You know, as long as they're all in, you know, not broken or anything, because I sort of, you know, told him, well, what if it gets here and it's all busted up or something, you know, and or it's not what you promised you'd send me, and
yeah,
he said,
well, a chunk of wood and some mud.
Yeah. Well, you know, pay me after you get them, and he was, you know, trusted me to pay him because I was thinking, what's to keep me from not paying the guy? He's over in India.
Really? Knock on your door. Hello, you owe me some money, please.
But it all worked out good, you know, and
yeah,
sent me the right thing. But yeah, after he did that, I sent him a message, you know, because I met him through Facebook, and I said, hey, you know, I don't know if you realized he sent me an extra skull there, and I said, you know, do you need a few extra bucks, you know, for the extra one? He said, no, that one I just threw in as a freebie, as a gift.
Nice.
I was like, wow. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, that's a good way of doing business, man. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
There's got to be a little trust on both sides, you know? So.
Yeah. Well, I think too, I mean, because, I mean, to him, I don't know what, you know, how long it takes him to carve those or not. I mean, he's the guy that, you know, it's not like he's buying them from some supplier and you know, then reselling them to me like you would, you know, if you were going to a store and buying them at some crystal shop. I mean,
yeah,
makes them himself, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I've seen videos of his where he's showing like big, huge piles of the raw quartz crystals. I mean, big, huge ones, you know. You wonder, like, when they make those really big skulls, how they, you know, I mean, because some of those quartz crystals, they're like just gigantic, you know. I mean, they're like unbelievable how big they get, you know, some of them. And, you know, showing the videos of just big piles and piles of these quartz crystals, all different sizes. And, you know, he just picks a nice looking one and starts carving at it, you know, with all those little grinding tools and stuff, you know, and chisels and shit, you know, because he's always posting videos showing, you know, showing him a couple of minutes of him making them, you know, and
yeah,
grinding wheels and stuff, you know, carving the little details into it and stuff. And it's really cool seeing that, you know. So it's like, you know, he's carving them himself, you know. So
yeah, I'm friends with him now on Facebook too. Yeah, give me just a minute, Debbie. I got it on, but it's screwing up. I'm gonna have to restart it here. Yeah, I've seen some of his pictures, and they're definitely cool.
Yeah, he does some awesome work. I mean, him and his brother both. He's got they have the same last name. I forget how to pronounce his brother's name, but they both do carving, and I mean, they do other stuff besides skulls. I'm sure, you know, if you're friends with him, you've probably seen some of his other stuff, and they do some amazing work with crystal. You know, they work with other different kinds of crystals as well, you know, than the clear quartz stuff. And man, they do some crazy intricate work and shit with some of that stuff. I don't know how they do it, but you know, I guess little tiny good tools, you know, and they know what they're doing.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're doing them with, you know, computers and machines. They're hand doing them.
Oh yeah, you know, because like I say, that's the neat thing too, is seeing some of their videos. You know, they're usually only a minute or so, just showing little bits and pieces here and there of them actually carving some of this stuff. You know.
Yeah.
So that's cool to see. But anyway.
Okay, Debbie, try it again.
Trying to bring her in on Skype.
Yeah, I don't know how my Skype's going to work on here, but we'll see in a minute.
Yep.
But yeah, I have the SCD1, the updated SCD1 running at the moment.
Okay.
Hey, you there?
Can't hear it very well, but.
Hey, I hear you. Let me change my audio settings real quick on here. If I can figure out how to do that.
When you were talking about Debbie, I heard it suddenly say something's the lady. Was that a response to you talking about Debbie?
Hey, can you hear me now, Debbie?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you guys hear Debbie?
I heard her.
All right, cool. Man, you know, the brain,
spirits hear me?
The brain works sometimes. Here.
Oh, and I sent you some of the photos from the Spiritus app that I got on Friday morning.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I saw you had sent them. I was looking at them on my phone, so we got to bring them up on the computer.
Yeah, oh my God, they're like mind-blowingly just for Spiritus. I've never gotten images like faces this big, and I had my spirit guides go in first into the app, and they're the ones with the big faces that are on like either side of the screen, and then you can see like just the regular spirits, like they're a lot smaller, and they're like overlaying on top of the big faces. It's
oh wow,
it's hard to explain, but when you see the big faces come through on the side, those are my spirit guides, and you're just going to be blown away at how big they are and how clear they are. And they were there for every single photo that I took, cool. Which never happened to me on Spiritus ever.
Wow.
So it was just an amazing morning. Just absolutely incredible. First time I ever got to work with spirit guides, and just I was in tears. Like you and Jason were talking about, you know, sometimes you just get overwhelmed with emotion, and I had spirits here that were looking for help, and so I did a crossing over section, but a couple of them couldn't find the light, couldn't see the light, even though I had opened the way to the light. So I said, my spirit guides are going to take you to the light. And so I had my spirit guide Paul and my spirit guide Anna take them to the light, and I said, you got to let me know when you get there. And I could hear them through the audio part of the Spiritus app say, we made it, we're here in the light, thank you so much. And I just started bawling, because it was just overwhelming for me to hear that.
Yeah.
So it was a really cool morning. How's everybody doing?
I'm trying to figure out why I'm hearing you in my headphones and through my computer at the same time. Perry and me were doing this. I had two windows open before, so
is the Skype like are you getting the audio through YouTube? I mean, through the Hangout and Skype at the same time? You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I think I got it fixed. Cool. I got like 32 windows open on my computer right now.
I think I have you beat. I have like 5 or 6 different messengers open with about 40 tabs in one, and about 30 in another, and about 20 in another.
Too much for my brain to compensate for.
Yeah.
At this late hour. Okay. Like I say, the Spiritus, the SCD-1 is running. See, I don't even know what box I'm running.
Hello, spirits.
Second.
Yeah, right when I turned this on, I was telling Perry before we went live, first thing I heard out of the box was Satan. I'm like, okay, it's going to be one of those nights.
No, Satan. No.
I've had some really crazy stuff been happening around my house lately, the last couple of weeks. And yeah, none of it's really been like menacing, scary, but pretty weird stuff. The girl that's been staying here, she swears at night a few times somebody's been in her room, standing over her bed, looking at her, and she thought it was me a couple of times, and she asked me about it. Like, no, it wasn't me. She's like, yeah, it was so real. I moved over so you could sit on the bed. And then my wife taking her to work the other day, and she's like, have you been seeing weird things in the house lately? She's like, I keep seeing things out of the corner of my eye, like somebody standing there or walking around. And I'm like, yeah, funny you mentioned that.
Spirits, who's walking around Rob's house scaring Rob's friend?
Everybody.
Everybody?
Everybody. They're all here.
Who sat on her bed?
You're crazy. That's what I hear.
Who was the spirit that sat on the bed next to her?
I'll let her run. You mind? Here. Best not. No. Hey. I told you. Them was so.
Hey, spirits, could you do Rob a big favor since you're staying at his house?
Okay.
Okay. Can you help him find his dad's lottery ticket?
Yeah, that would be really extremely helpful right now.
You said you really.
Nice, huh?
Could you please tell him where to find it?
Could you get left behind at the old house?
Yeah.
The new owners will find it.
Yeah, exactly.
In the newspaper getting rich.
The voice.
Yeah, it's over at the other house that hasn't sold yet.
Oh,
well, I don't know. I don't know where it's at, but
well, spirits, can you ask Bubby where he put the lotto ticket at?
It's either
where?
Allergic. This was a while you back. No.
Yeah, it was a while ago, but can you ask him where he put the lotto ticket at, please?
Let it go away.
yeah, Pops, I could use that. I could use any kind of money right now.
This was
Yep. Rob needs some financial help right now, spirits.
I've been eating a lot of rice and beans lately.
and never know.
Yams?
There are some yams in there.
He said yams, have to try them. That's what he said.
Hey, there's some in there.
Action.
I had some sweet potato fries tonight.
Oh yeah.
We gotta get up.
Be coming along.
Some health food to eat with my bacon cheeseburger.
Nice.
I don't know how many. You save it.
Gotta have those veggies, you know.
No, you.
I had rice and beans and chicken that I put in a burrito.
Sounds good.
So, Spirits, can you tell us who's here? Who's been around my house lately? My dog's over here looking at me like giving me the tilt ahead like I'm crazy.
Who you talking to?
Hi, puppies.
That is.
Spirits have said my dog's name several times. Do you know who this is? Can you say her name?
Which one?
Doc ever react to anything there?
What's that?
Do the dogs ever react to anything there? Like,
oh yeah.
What's the dog's name, Spirits?
She's looking really nervous all of a sudden.
Yes.
Dad, get your finger out of my butt.
Oh, don't tell my secrets.
What is
Yeah, the other day I was here by myself and I was hanging out in here watching some YouTube videos, and my friend that's been staying here, she had gone somewhere, and like I say, nobody was here except me and the dogs. And I hear this noise, you know, like my door open, my front door, and I hear noise like keys rattling around, you know, like somebody's in the house and stuff. And I figured, well, she must have come home. And I wasn't expecting her home or anything, but I figured, you know, whatever. Figured out she must have came home early. And I sat in here and I heard moving around, and then I heard noise in my bathrooms like right over here, and the other bathroom's right on the other side of that, and her rooms, which used to be my video room, is right on the other side of that. And I heard like bumping around, like somebody was in the bathroom and the bedroom, and I heard talking, and I got up and I went out to see what was going on, you know, and her bedroom door was closed. And I looked out front to see if there was a car or anything out there. No car there or anything. So I'm like, go back. I kind of knocked on her door, opened it up. There's nobody in there. She wasn't here. And when you're asking about my dogs, when all that noise was happening, there's 3 dogs here, and they were all 3 barking like somebody came home.
Huh.
Nobody here. Well, nobody that I could see. Yeah. Nobody that I could see. There was definitely somebody here, without a doubt. I mean, I heard it, you know, and the dogs all 3 of them are barking, so they heard it too. It wasn't just her mind playing tricks on me.
Really interesting.
So I'm like, well, hey, as long as you're here, can somebody straighten the kitchen up for me?
Exactly.
You can obviously move stuff around. Put some stuff in the dishwasher.
Vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, run the vacuum. I got 3 dogs, man. Run the vacuum cleaner. I can run it every day.
Exactly.
I don't mind you being here, you know, but pitch in a little bit.
Do some work, man.
Spirits need to get a job.
Yeah, really. So who's here? Can you tell us who's been hanging out here at the house lately? Causing mischief?
All my life. Yeah, I have it. All this is
Mutt. What?
What did it say?
You mutt.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard.
no question.
I've been called worse. Lots worse.
I mean, wow.
But it was talking about your dogs.
Yeah.
How many spirits are at Rob's house right now?
Did I hear 5?
Can you repeat that number? How many spirits are there?
Shadow?
Yeah, there's been shadows here. What's up with those shadows?
I'm just waiting to see something behind you, Rob.
Yeah, I know.
I keep watching that doorway behind you, thinking, is somebody going to come out from behind the door?
Yeah, that one is a closet. And then there's another door right here, and there's a bathroom door right here. And my blinds are moving back there a little bit, but that's because the ceiling fan's on.
Oh, okay. I'm just waiting to see someone come peeking up from that doorway there.
Yeah. I did watch The Conjuring 2 last night. Get out of my house.
I haven't seen that one yet.
It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good one.
This is my house. Wow. Pay the mortgage then.
You know, it was weird. The first time I used the Banshee app, I think it was the radio station, but the first few times I heard it, I thought it was coming through on, from the spirits, but I heard, get out.
Oh, yeah.
Really creepy voice.
Yeah, I got some weird shit the other night.
Yeah, man. Your stuff was pretty freaky.
Yeah, I realized it was the radio stations on that app are all like paranormal radio stations. If you look, like, at least that day they were.
Huh.
And they were talking about, I guess, EVPs or voices that they had got, and they were playing it. And so I didn't realize that at first, and I kept hearing, get out. So I'm yelling back at my boss, you can't tell me to get out of my house. You did.
Yeah, really.
And then I finally realized it's not them, it's the radio station.
Damn.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm just too tired.
Yeah, because I mean, the whole theory behind how that stuff works is that the spirits are sort of manipulating and picking what you're hearing coming through. Oh, this is weird. The microphone is like moving on me.
Ah. Are your spirits or is it the demons in your house?
Really? Hey, did you bring the brown couch with you when you moved?
No, that I didn't.
Oh, man. That was
actually, the Salvation Army ended up taking that one.
Ah. Yeah, I was over at my mom's old house the other day. I had to go in and look for some stuff, and holy crap, that place is scary right now.
Why is that? What do you mean?
Just it's in really, really bad shape, and it's in bad shape, and it's like got mold and stuff in it.
Oh,
it was hardcore, man. I was like putting the rags over my face. I gotta go. God, man, I gotta go deal with that.
So not ghost scary, but like.
Well, there's probably that too. But
it's scary.
There's you combine it all. There's all kinds of scary going on there right now.
That's
went upstairs a while back, and it looked like somebody had been crashing there because the place has been empty for months now, since almost a year. It's been sitting empty.
Wow.
And no electricity or water or anything over there. And yeah, I don't know. I think there were some hobos living in there at one point. Every time I go in there now, I got my trusty firearm with me, just in case.
Good idea.
I mean, whatever. I don't care if somebody's crashing there, but Yeah, if they come running at me, I'm going to shoot their ass.
As long as they don't get your lotto ticket.
Exactly. Oh man, I was staying at this old house and I won a lottery ticket worth $100,000.
Is that the house that you did this old house videos with?
No, that was the other one.
Different house. Okay.
Yep.
That was the house you grew up in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the attic up there.
Yeah, I like to stay out of that attic, but 53 years old in that attic still freaks me out.
I bet.
All right.
Really cool.
I need to do something to keep this thing from falling over. Just give me a minute here.
All right.
Okay. Hey, Rob, see if you can open one of those pictures. I want to see what you see when you open one.
Me
if you can.
Open another window.
Yeah, if you can. My computer's running so slow with all these windows I've got on it.
Okay.
I'm going to close some of them, actually.
Had to fix my microphone stand there so it doesn't fall over on me.
Yeah, I got duct tape on mine and all kinds of crap.
Yeah, that's what I had to do with mine. I think it's just the angle that it's at and the weight of the microphone is making it tip over. But, anyway, that should fix it. Oh, did you shut off the app there?
Nope, it's still going.
Oh.
$20.
Okay.
Well, the first one I opened up, Debbie's pretty trippy looking.
Can you see the big faces on either side?
Let's see if I can.
They take up almost the whole top to bottom of the. Not the whole top to bottom, but they take up a lot of it on each side in the dark areas.
I got something cool. Where are all my skulls? Off to the side where you can't see. Got one of them right here.
That's the.
Hey, Spirits,
That's
do you
the
have
first
any
picture.
messages for anybody in the chat room?
Actually, go.
Eastern.
Pretty intense.
You guys see that picture?
That one you can only see one face. Really? Well, you can kind of see two. The one on the right-hand side looks like a female. She's like almost halfway out in the picture. And the one on the left looks like one of the males with the beard, which I think that's Paul. There's better ones in there.
Might be.
That one looks like he's sticking his tongue out. Can you see it? And she's got a rose.
Right in here.
Yeah, they have a long-stemmed rose. And he gave her a long-stemmed rose. And then you can see like the little spirits and the tiny little, like down on the bottom. In the lighter overlaying ones that are like over the bottom and up on the top. The smaller ones are like just regular spirits that are here.
I was saying last week I was going to try some water ITC. I haven't done it yet.
You've never done it before?
No, I've done it before, but yeah, I was going to try to do it this week, but I don't ever have time.
Something I've never tried. I don't know.
Oh, really? It's very easy to do. You just put water in a bowl and get a little light over it and move it a little. That's all.
Yep.
Just ask them to show you some images, and they always give you images.
All right, spirits, do you have anything to tell us tonight? You say anybody's name that's in the chat room? Yeah, we do, Michelle. I need to start doing those again.
Yes, you do.
I keep thinking about doing some live streaming again from time to time, but I don't know.
Weird Wednesdays was always my favorite night.
I just
because
got
it wasn't serious, and we always got silly and
Yep.
laugh happy.
Yeah, I got to where I was like, I do another show on Monday nights. I do Jason on Sundays. I had a couple other people that wanted me to do a show with them, and I'm like, I just don't have enough time, and I dropped my own because then I was having either band gigs or band practice on Thursday night, and just got too much there for a while.
Come on.
And now you don't have your other room, so
yeah, I know. That's why I'm doing a show tonight, because my wife's working a night shift tonight, so I have the bedroom all by myself. She's probably going to be pissed when she comes home and finds out I did a ghost box session in her bedroom.
Well, just sage before she goes to sleep.
Oh, that's the dead giveaway, though. Every time she smells the sage, she's like, "What have you done now?"
How about Palo Santo? Does she know the smell of Palo Santo?
Yeah, I don't have any of that.
Oh, dude, I'll send you some. I got extras. Just send me your address in Messenger, and I'll send you some.
All right.
I ordered some off of Amazon, and I got like a bag with like 25 little sticks in there.
Getting like some foreign language stuff coming through.
I was going to say, you got some Hispaniola, Hispanic spirits in your house? Some of those Spanish soldiers from the old fort there?
I've noticed that since the upgrade to SCD1, it seems like there's quite a lot of Spanish stations coming through on there lately.
Yeah.
It never used to be, at least not that I can remember hearing, until the latest upgrade. It was like foreign channels in there.
You got something you want to run over there, Perry? I know you got some cool stuff.
I'm going to try something.
What is it?
What is it?
You said, yeah, I'm going to try something. And I heard, what is it?
That's what I thought I heard.
Sometime tonight, can one of you two run the SCD2 app? Because I don't have that one yet, and I would love to hear it.
Yeah.
I have it. Let me see if this is going to work.
Are there any spirits out there that like to play guitar music?
Rob plays guitar very well, and so does Perry.
What made him?
Tell him? Is that what he said, Rob?
I think so.
Tell him?
Tell who?
Hey, Rob, you play guitar very well.
You may disagree with that.
I figured that, but I was. I don't agree with that. I agree with my own statement very much.
On the
200.
Spirits, do you like Rob's guitar playing?
like the 30.
He has
Yo choira.
developed putting you.
You like his cigar box guitar?
Doing a amount.
It's the only kind of guitar I can play, really, other than bass.
I always wanted to learn to play guitar and bass. And I was like 17. I learned how to play the bass line for, I think it was Johnny B. Good or something. It was real simple. With some friends of mine, they showed me the bass line, and so I picked it up.
Cool.
In like 5 minutes.
There and even
Played it all night. And I have a guitar, but I just haven't learned how to play it yet. I have to get my arthritis in my hands to go down a little bit.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's why I like playing, because it's something that keeps my hands, my fingers moving. Because man, if I don't, I'm like,
yeah. For me, just to start to try to press, down on the frets and on the strings and everything, actually causes more pain.
Yeah.
But I have the one guitar that I have, the neck is really wide compared to the other one. So I probably should try to learn on the one that's a little thinner.
Yeah.
Well, this kind of
less of a stretch for my hand and my fingers and less cramping.
How would you?
All right, spirits. We're going to try to switch over to something that Perry has.
And I'm not sure why my sound isn't coming through here.
Oh, yeah.
Could be, but it's not.
There we go. I'm hearing something.
I think that's just coming through the microphone. I don't think it's coming through my mixer. It's really weird. Let me try. Oh, man, that's really. Let's see.
All right, Michelle, good to see you again.
Oh, you taking off? Oh, all right. Bye, Michelle.
Bye, Michelle.
Well, I was trying to run the Geo box through my mixer. It oddly enough, it has a audio out on the back of it.
Oh, nice.
And for some reason, it's not. Now, let me see if this will come through. I sure hope it does. Let's see.
Yeah, I was also getting when things started happening here a couple of weeks ago, I was getting the old familiar knocking.
Really?
And it was happening usually about 5:30 in the morning.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, could not figure out where it was coming from.
That's better than 3 o'clock in the morning, though.
Yeah, I'm usually up at 3, but
yeah, but what the 3 o'clock represents, I
Yeah.
guess is what I
But the knocking that I was getting, it was like doot doot doot. It was 3 knocks.
meant. Yeah, but you know, most people don't knock just twice, you know,
That's true.
unless you direct them to knock only twice, like twice for yes and once for no, or something like that. I think it takes quite a bit of energy for them to actually do that.
Well,
Compared-
apparently something had a lot of energy because it was going on for a while.
Okay, well, this is the SCD2.
Cool.
Now my sound is coming through the mixer. I don't know why. When I plugged in the Geo box,
Right now.
it wouldn't come through there.
This will be my first time talking to the spirits at Perry's new place.
Sounds like let me know if that's loud enough. Hey,
Yeah,
Jake.
plenty loud.
Yeah.
Character with the books on the shelves.
What about the books on the shelves? Okay.
Just a few of them that didn't seem.
Hello? Is there anyone that might be here? You have any messages for us?
Those are butchers.
Those are,
About witches.
I thought it said butchers.
Jason's here.
Yep.
Daddy,
Well, that was freaky.
Hi, little child.
Well,
Maybe.
maybe. Yeah, exactly.
What's your name?
Is it a little child? Is it making us think it's a little child? Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun,
Hi,
dun, dun.
Jason. I can't even type on my laptop anymore. It's so frozen up.
Is that really a little girl, or are you just using her voice?
Here in the first place.
Here in the first place?
Is it a little girl or a little boy?
We'll see about.
That's what I always think of too,
Here, Mr. Stone.
with using these apps. I mean, no matter what it is, if it's radio or, you know, a regular radio or an app like this that scans your internet radio. I mean, we don't know that that's the actual spirit's real voice. They could be using radio audio to let them be heard. It might be some old man.
Well, you've said that.
Just using the audio of a little
Could be a demon pretending to be a sweet little kid.
Well, not even
So not
pretending, just
important.
using that bit of audio
Right.
to let you hear what they want to say, and it's, you know,
The afternoon,
because of course, I mean, spirits,
what happened to that?
they don't have a vocal, you know, a voice box or anything, or vocal cords. They're using the audio that's coming through. That's the theory, at least, that they're sort of manipulating it. So,
Well, I think we can make the jump to this assumption since it said daddy, that it's not an old man.
yeah.
You know, that's kind of why I assumed it was a little kid. That,
I
not,
think they are.
Hey, Jason, that's Debbie Schmoley on with us. She's on Skype. She's not on video, but she's on the Skype line.
And running the SCD2.
History and the evolution of these techniques.
And earlier, I don't know if anyone saw the little clip I posted up. I was just about to shut this down. I did a second earlier this evening. And it suddenly said, 2 disasters on Wednesday morning
Oh yeah.
I was like, what the hell? I thought, okay.
Right. A big.
Right, a big something. Some big disaster going to happen on Wednesday morning?
Yeah, here.
But see, I don't know. I always think too that if that were the case, though, that would be like spirits somehow know the future. So I've never believed that. You know, I mean, they're spirits; they're not fortune tellers, or they're not predicting the future.
Watch and avoid.
But who the hell knows?
Did you say watch and learn? I don't know what it just said there.
Watch something.
Well, in 1936 Olympics.
The 1936 Olympics. Well, that I might know about because that's in the past. To know what's going to happen on Wednesday. The doggy needs
into Dunkin' Donuts.
Hurry into Dunkin' Donuts.
My dog's breath smells like something that would come out of a demon right now. Oh, man.
As to us, we would not be.
You gotta go brush it.
Its breath smells like cat food.
What it smells like. Rotten cat.
Who's that character from The Simpsons? Is that Ralph Wiggum or something like that?
The American Olympic team because I wish there was.
Rob's got to wash the dog crap off his face.
It's a good question.
Good question.
Hey, Rob, Jason's there. If you want to send him the link, maybe he'll come on.
Well, I think he
has to go to bed.
I think he said he's going right to bed in a minute. Don't know if he could. I thought you. Oh, Rob can't hear us.
There, now I can.
Now you could hear us. I thought maybe you were going in there to wash the dog crap off your face.
Really? Smelled more like cat crap.
Ew. Was he eating out of the litter box?
No, I don't have cats.
Ah.
Few days.
No, but dogs do have a tendency to lick their own butts sometimes.
Yeah, and now that butt-looking tongue was just in my mouth. That's awesome.
Maybe next time, Jason.
Oh, God. What's that smell like?
Doesn't smell like her breath.
Eat it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, spirits, we're getting silly here.
Okay, keep your eyes closed.
Okay.
Closed.
Keep your eyes closed. I'm going to change in back of you real quick.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Steve Huff is coming on the next ITC Collective show.
Yeah.
That should be awesome.
Do the spirits have any messages for Jennifer tonight?
You heard me come in.
Drop a message. I drank it down and I nicked.
Oh, that music.
They're like,
I only suppose I must have read it.
sounds like old time radio shows.
Okay, Kevin.
Okay, Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin McAllister.
Family vacation.
Family Vacation. That's a different movie.
Let me try something.
It wouldn't be.
Let me try switching things up here just a little.
Thank you, darling. I hope you.
Let me try something. Do a little experiment here. First. And so I don't blow anything up.
You got me beat, W. I've been married 17 years. Going on 18. I don't know if I'll make it to 18.
Yeah, well, I didn't think I'd make it this long some days.
Yeah.
Especially when he was gone for 6 months on the ship.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's got to suck.
Oh, my God. It was not fun.
Yeah.
But, you know. And then when he first moved back, it was like when he first retired from the Coast Guard and was home for like without working because he had like 4 months of vacation time.
Yeah.
Then I thought I was going to kill him.
Yeah.
And he was here all the time, driving me insane. So, but we made it over the hard parts.
Yep.
Once you make it to 20 years, after that is just cakewalk.
So I got pulled out my little
nice
Jensen radio.
Yeah, I need to try. I may have to go grab a radio in a minute just to try. I've never tried one out of this room. It wouldn't work in my other room. Try it in this one.
Static he's not in for sure. I don't know. This is one of those radios that with some devices it sounds good, and other devices not so much.
I still haven't been able to find one of those.
I don't know. I'm not much digging on the sound of this one right now. So let me.
Did they say my name, Jennifer?
Heard Jason's name.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, don't leave, Jason.
Jennifer said she heard my name.
Heard it again.
Hi, spirits. You have a message for Debbie or for Jason?
Put this one off. I don't know. That's weird because the radio actually sounds pretty good when I run it through the Geo box or the Geo port. Actually sounds pretty damn good. But man, running it through my portal, it sounds pretty crappy. I don't know. Don't know why, but I can I know you'll recognize this one, Rob.
He's about to.
Everyone has it. One moment, you're uncomfortable.
Can you guess what app this is?
Welcome.
Is that a GB1?
Yep.
Yes. My apps.
I think it's the FYE1. Fuck your ears one.
Everybody, I have.
Oh, God.
No, it's the GB1. Rob was right. All right. Afterlife.
Rob.
No, it said Rob.
It's
Rob. He's here.
It sounded like Rob to me.
Yeah.
Yes, Rob's here.
Oh, shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Workshop time. See.
You want me to shut up?
That's what he wants. Bring your own.
That's what he wants. Who wants who to shut up? Bob? You want me to shut up?
One thing. Bitch.
Hey, bitch.
Yes, it did.
Oh, man. You guys are just killing me.
Oh, boy, I turned this on at the right time, huh?
One.
So why am I bitch?
Okay, while you're talking, could you tell us
So.
who's been roaming around Rob's house? Making noises?
The last one.
Say Rob. I heard it again.
No, I told you guys you could hang out, but if you're going to start being mean, I'll kick your ass out of here in a heartbeat.
18 cents.
Hey, spirits. Can you tell us if anything or anyone followed Jennifer home from Summerwind?
More screaming.
Spalding Lights the other night?
Gotcha.
Spalding Lights?
Excellent dates are here.
Who is?
Did anything follow Jennifer home
I am
from Summerwind?
you and bleeding. Firstborn swan. Father.
Someone's father.
I want you to.
I like to dance. I go for say and then one.
So I'll ask again. Did someone follow Jennifer home
Then
from Summerwind?
we need a
Good kind.
you got.
I'll be back in a minute.
It's to tell it.
You're believing. It's your fucking. Yeah. However.
And your nipples are.
It seems it's crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm. I heard the F word.
Yeah, and it said something about your nipples. Something. I don't know if that's
Leave a book.
stuff that's in
That's
the app
me.
or spirits getting nasty.
Need a stretch.
See, Yeah, Lori heard that too, I guess.
But that's
I was like, okay, what am I doing?
he put it this way. Justin.
Well, ask this question again. Can you tell us
They do.
who's been making noise over at Rob's house?
No.
The animal.
And can you show yourself on his camera right here?
Yes, Ultra.
And you can let us see you. Everybody watch now.
Yeah, maybe you could stand behind Terry.
Savior.
Plant.
Was the picture.
Stand behind Terry and wave.
Oh, that's right. I always forget that. See that I'm seeing something different. I think that you guys are, because I'm.
Might stand.
See, I'm on the Hangout screen. I see Rob's video on the main part of the screen. So that's what I'm kind of watching. I've been watching that doorway there, waiting for someone to peek out from behind that, around that corner.
We do.
I'm seeing you right now, Perry.
Right, yeah, I always forget about, because I'm watching the Hangout screen and not the YouTube screen. I always forget it switches over to me.
What's the point?
And my sound is louder. So right now, you guys, if something showed up on Rob's screen, you guys wouldn't see it.
We're number one.
Sure, now something's going to probably pop up on the screen that I'll be the only one that sees it.
Probably.
Why?
And nobody will ever believe.
Well, it's being recorded, so always go back and look at it.
Yeah.
When there is love means no.
Rob's video mainly isn't showing up right now.
I just heard nipple again.
Ring of straight.
See his dog. They're wagging their tails. That's because he's giving them treats. Yummy.
Spirits at Perry's house. Do you have any messages for anybody that's in the chat room?
I want about.
Does anyone have any messages for anyone watching here? Anyone in the chat room?
I'm
Soylent.
I don't think there's many people left there now in the chat room. Looks like just Jennifer and Laurie.
Yep.
That might be the only people here.
A small after party tonight.
Everyone else went to bed.
I stayed awake earlier tonight. Now I'm wide awake. They are pervert ghosts. Perry's got some pervert spirits.
I usually have those here too.
You just never know.
They said the F word, and then they said nipples a couple of times, and then I heard them say strip.
Hot.
Well, that's what I always wonder too. Like, because where I'm living here, it's
blood.
Where I'm living here, it's an old building. I mean, it was built. I think it was built in the 1970s.
Jesus.
Right now, it's
Only it was for people.
saying something about Jesus.
Yeah.
It goes from dirty talk to religious talk. Do you hear that?
Bad news.
Now back to the.
Yeah,
Back to swearing at us.
What did it just say?
I think it said you're a cunt.
I couldn't tell if it was that or a cock, but yeah, I heard one or the other.
Father,
And they've been saying that a lot here.
sweet music.
Boy, close
My spirits here never cuss at me.
But anyway, what I was saying is, I just figure this is a really big apartment complex here. And I figure, I mean, over the years, it was built in the 1970s, I guess, so you got to figure a lot of people, you know, might have passed away here.
Dark Forest.
Lots of people have lived here over the years.
City.
Yeah.
I'm sure there had to have been. There's actually 4 buildings here.
Hey, Rob, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Will the at the fort up there, did they wear like red colored coats?
Oh. My app locked up.
Uh-oh. I think some of them did.
Because I have seen a couple in my water ITC that I did 2 weeks ago, and they're Spanish soldiers, and they're wearing like red colored jackets.
Oh, really?
But they're from the fort a block and a half from my house.
Yeah.
Which I think, because they're showing up here, I think, and just looking at it, to me, it looks older than the big fort up there.
Yeah.
I think that this fort here was here before we went up to St. Augustine, honestly. Nobody around here knows the exact age of it.
Yeah, probably. It makes sense because I know a lot of people that came here to settle came from New Smyrna.
Right. And they came in through our inlet and took the riverways up to the end, you know, up there, up to St. Augustine.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that they were here first, but they didn't, you know, it's such a small town. It never became a big city because the inlet here is, you know, pretty shallow and pretty hard to get in compared to the big inlet up there.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they made the big city up there instead of down here, because it had better water access up there. But I had them show up in my water ITC, and I was able to see the colors of their jackets and see their hairstyle and their mustaches and stuff and beards, and I realized that they were Spanish soldiers.
Oh.
And I figured that you would probably know because we don't have like
it's working now.
Photos and stuff at the fort here. It's just facts.
Yeah.
You hear it?
Yeah.
Geobox. I think it might have been the cable I was using. Hooked it up to a different cable, and now it's coming through loud and clear.
Ah.
You can hear that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Geobox number 3, the one I bought from Steve Huff.
Nice.
So can any spirits use this? Come through and talk to us? Flanders.
Did you say Flanders?
Sounded like this ghost been watching The Simpsons.
That's what I call my neighbor across the street.
That's cool.
Every time I go out there, he's like, "Howdy, neighbor. What up, Flanders? How's it going?"
Is your first name Ned?
Do spirits have a sense of humor? Do you like it when we,
Mine do.
when we joke around?
I have a bunch of pot smoking spirits here. Remember that night, Rob, that I was doing the ICC? They were talking about smoking pot.
Yep.
Can anyone tell me if anyone is here with me what your name is?
That just say demon.
Dr. Stewart is what it sounded like it to me.
Is there a doctor here?
Is there a doctor in the house?
Hello, doctor. Hey, Dr. Stewart, what can I take to make my nerve pain go down?
Some of Granny's rheumatism medicine.
You need some shin mustard.
Some shin mustard? Where I can get some of that?
Did I tell you my Dr. Ghost story?
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah, this is, I don't know, a month or two ago. I had a headache for 5 days, like a migraine. Just I was ready to like jump off a building. And went over, in my old room where my friend Sam's staying, and we ran a ghost box session. And at that point, I was like, "Hey, spirits, can you tell me what I can do to stop my headache?" And right, like seconds after I said that, it started talking about magnesium levels, and it kept saying stuff about magnesium. Check your magnesium level. Like the full sentence came out, and I was like, "Oh, what?" And I Googled magnesium levels, and the first thing it said was, if your magnesium levels are screwed up, it can cause migraines.
Mm-hmm.
I went in, I took 500 milligrams of magnesium. Headache was gone in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, magnesium is wonderful. I take it every night.
Yep, I've been taking it every day since, and very rarely have had a headache since.
It helps sleep at night too. It's also good for muscle cramps and muscle pain.
Yep. It was like, cool. The ghost doctor helped me out.
I wonder if I have any doctors around here.
Oh. So did Dr. Stewart used to live?
The Native Americans. I'd like to be able to ask the Native Americans, what natural thing can I take to make my pain go down?
The peace pipe.
Yeah, but I can't smoke, man.
Yep.
I'm like the lightweight when it comes to smoking. My low blood pressure.
Yeah, I quit for the longest time, but the hell with it.
Well, hey, if it helps you, man.
Yeah, it does, big time.
I wish I could. I wish I could handle it.
Here a couple of weeks ago, I smoked some, and man, it was a little too much. Laughing uncontrollably for 15 minutes straight. My wife was like, "You've been out on the back porch again, haven't you?"
That's something I haven't done in a long, long time. Not that I wouldn't like to, but just kind of lost contact with all the people I know that could provide it. You know what I mean? You know, I'm too damn paranoid to ask strangers. Hey,
yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
I saw like a couple months ago that you have a new pain patch that's made from pot, but the oil part of it, it's not the tea taken out, so it doesn't make you stoned and stupid.
I'm
but
a
it helps with
huge
pain.
believer in CBD.
Suddenly I'm not hearing much come through the field box there. You want to run something over there, Rob? I don't want to monopolize the whole night here.
We're just hanging out, so it doesn't matter. I have the Banshee box plugged in.
Oh, there you go. Shut that off.
Yeah, I'm a huge believer in CBD. Stuff works great for me. I know it doesn't work the same for everybody, but I occasionally still have like seizures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't had one in a long time, but I can tell when they're coming on. And I was cooking dinner here one night, and I get this weird like flickering in my eye and stuff, and it got to the point where I couldn't even see. And I made my way into the bedroom where I knew where my CBD was, took a couple big hits of that, and stopped immediately.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, the last time I smoked pot, I ended up on the floor in my walk-in having a seizure. So that's why I haven't done it again, because it actually caused me to pass out and have a seizure.
Yeah.
So
that sucks.
Yeah. My husband was yelling my name apparently, and he said he was like getting ready to get to the phone and call the ambulance. He would call 911 because he was so freaked out because I was seizing on the bathroom floor and he couldn't get me to wake up.
Wow. Yeah, that's scary. My friend had one that she has all kinds of issues like that, and I was here one night and I heard this big boom. Like went to the bathroom and I was like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I didn't hear anything. I open up the bathroom door and she's on the floor doing the cockroach.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it sucked. She has them occasionally and not fun.
Yeah. Definitely not.
You want to get it done? She had nothing wrong with her.
Oh, she definitely had something wrong with her.
Now, that's excellent. Now, you research.
When you run the Banshee box, do you mainly run it with the IP stations or with the banks?
I've done both. The last time the other night when that thing I posted with the crazy demon sound and stuff, it was just the radio.
Okay, that's what I have it on now.
Also, I know.
Made a cop.
I think that animal.
I heard that.
The hell do I work here?
If your wife had been ill,
I mean, you know.
About the insurance, you can't explain that.
Say, but did you ever speak?
Say, see? All right, spirits. Who's here? Who's here that wants to talk to us tonight?
All of us have now. You.
Anybody have any messages for us?
Away. Are you noticing? Huh? I didn't do any.
Yep, Lori, that's what I heard.
Our sister. Must be about me.
Almost Elsie.
Cook or poop?
Do any spirits out there know of any disasters going to be happening this week?
Down to government. It's just worldwide.
On Wednesday, possibly.
From Indiana.
Plane from Indiana.
It's in the case against the.
Yeah, we're all going to shit if some plane from Indiana crashes tomorrow.
Abortion issue. See, in comparison, the cumulative.
Attempted to treat Mrs. Turner.
What about tornadoes or hurricanes?
Next day and complained about receiving bruise treatment. The son
walked past. Man threw his brick through.
With her was a Dr. John.
Dr. John?
Before it was Dr. Stewart.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah, last week we were doing a session and my friend Sam and me were doing a session and the ghost box said her boyfriend's name, which is Justin, and we have this recorded too. And she's like, "Oh, what about Justin?" And like plain as day, says he's a cock.
I guess that's better than
you ever think of it that
something like, "Oh, he's cheating on you."
Yeah, really.
Yeah, or something, horrible. He killed some girl the other day.
Yeah. Run. He's a serial killer.
Well, they caught him.
They caught him.
Good timing.
That's not a lie.
It's not.
Yeah, I'm always afraid to ask anything about anybody that I know or about the future or anything like that, because I'm always afraid that I might not like the answer that I would get back. So I don't ask about my family. I don't ask about my future. I don't ask about my husband. I'm better off not knowing that stuff.
Yeah.
Ed, you're on the
Or can't agree with.
They agree with me.
To the ultrasound.
All these people.
Yeah, there's no.
So again, do any of the spirits have any messages for Jennifer?
Was that noise from the app, or was that at your house?
What's that?
A little bit of a help.
Bit of a bang noise.
I didn't hear it.
You're the best.
You didn't even hear it.
You're the best,
Like
Jennifer.
a Saturday night. Things they.
Well,
that like a door squeaking.
That was me.
just think odds are.
Spirits, can you tell Jennifer the
think
name
you
of the
think-
lady that followed her home from Summerwind?
All of you remember that. First car you ever had. What kind?
Captain of homicide. In a moment. Now here is our star.
This story.
I don't know.
I've just been talking.
I heard the name there.
Rob, did you just shut your door or did it close by itself?
No, I shut it.
Okay.
He does not have faith.
I didn't see your arm. I
Already
just saw the
flickered.
door move. I was like, whoa.
Yep, that was me.
Okay.
5:50.
I do have a video of a long time ago that I did, though, that my door shut by itself and then it opened by itself.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was in back of me and I didn't see it happen until I watched the video again.
Did you get goosebumps when you watched
It was pretty trippy.
I bet.
Yeah, forget it.
Forget about it.
It is always whether or not you get what you ask for, you create.
Or
clear and present dangers that all.
VA.
Sure, but
I
think
could have
that
had one.
We are doing our.
Well, keep walking. Dad. And
Do you have any messages for me, Spirit?
so we drove. Digging these cars. No. Not a car. Why? I don't know. It was exactly the.
Like, seems like that app has all like old time radio shows coming through.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do worry a little bit about what it.
It's weird how it also like sounds different when other people are running it too.
I didn't get much luck on the band. Yeah.
I wonder too if like each time you load it, if different channels might load up, you know, or if it's always the same.
It's got to be different channels because the day that I
Schwartz is
first
over there.
downloaded it and used it, it was all paranormal stations that day. That's all that was
Sure.
on was
Pretty
different
dear.
paranormal radio stations.
On from the ocean in 50
And now
years.
it's all old timey sounding stations.
Part of the machinery. He's not. True story. And
So I always wonder about that with all of those type of apps, you know, that's going through the internet radio. If they just pull it every time you start it, if it could be,
I mean, the big time.
channels in there or not.
Tremendous radiating.
We'll switch real quick here.
Alex. It's on there.
Just switch over to.
Try Spiritus.
That's the Spiritus.
Oh.
Cuckoo.
What I thought was really nuts is when the week on Jason's show when he was talking about the Spiritus, I had no clue that it was really surprised me. He was saying that that there's no full words and phrases in the bank
Yeah,
sign.
it's phonemes.
Yeah.
That it's all like chopped up parts of words.
Phonemes.
So, I know I've gotten full sentences through there.
Oh, bully. Yeah.
Like all the time. I mean, definitely full words. Always. I mean, constantly. So when he said that, I was like, what?
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's like, so when I'm hearing all these phrases coming through, that's stuff being put together by a bunch of random stuff. That's insane when you think about it, you know.
Yeah, this is still one of my favorite apps.
I don't.
Hey Rob, Lori wants to see if your spirits will sing "Love Peace."
They usually do. Can the spirits say hey to Lori? Just say Lori. Yeah, I think I did too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the new episodes from Chill Seekers.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. You definitely do some awesome videos.
Yeah.
Good production value and all that, you know. I mean, they do a really good job of putting it together and
yeah, very
professional about the way they make it look and everything. I mean, they go to some awesome places too.
Yeah.
Excellent investigations.
Yeah, Lori, I got a rose that hangs up here as well. Usually when I go to the lighthouse is when I end up talking to Rose.
I have a rosa. And a sweet little old lady named Beth. She showed her picture on Spiritus the other day, and my friend who's a medium was reading all of, like, she went through them and she was reading them, and she's like, "Oh, I see this sweet little old curly-haired lady with glasses named Beth," and I'm like, "Yeah, I was getting her name through the app the other night. She was talking to me." So I finally got to see what she looked like too.
Nice.
Yeah. It's really kind of cool when you can finally put faces to the names that you've been getting for all these months, and you can finally see what they look like, and you can kind of almost like put like a history with them, because they give you the images in the water I can see too. They've been giving me a lot of images from a wedding and a baby christening in the water I can see. Like you can see the whole wedding party and the girls, flower girl dresses. I have no idea how they do that. Cool. Can you show your images in there, spirits? Oh, they're showing their faces, Ralph. You should take some screenshots.
Ow.
You.
Oh, that's cool. You should take a few screenshots of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Spirits at Rob's house. Who's been the one knocking on the walls at 5:30 in the morning?
Mitchell. Twice I just heard that.
Yeah.
Mitchell?
Dude. Yeah, that's weird because I got that name last week.
Really?
Yep.
Mitchell, why are you knocking on the walls? Are you trying to get Rob's attention?
Did it come through the same app or a different one?
I was a different one. I was using the SCD one then.
That's what I think is really cool, when you get the same stuff through different things.
Yeah.
It happened to me the other day. I don't know if you saw one that I posted. It was kind of a long video. I don't know, about 12 minutes, I think. But I was running, which was it? It was through the GB1. I ran a few different devices. But through the GB1, it said 3 different times something about that. I forget how they worded it, but basically saying that I knew them.
Huh.
And I think it said, "You knew me." That's what I think it said. And it came through 3 different times. And then a little while later, I ran the Geobox, and it came through that, using the Geobox 3, with running the radio inside of it. And it came through the same thing twice through that.
Wow.
I knew them.
Did they give you a name?
No, I kept asking, if I know you, if we knew each other, could you tell me who you are? And that it didn't say. And it's really, so interesting that it came through, the two different kind of devices like that, within a short time of each other. And once through
I get a lot of the same names, and it doesn't matter what app I use. I get the same names of the same people in every different app that I use.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's cool because
it's validation for you,
Right, exactly. That's what I was just gonna say.
All right, spirits. Since we're talking about names, is Bill here tonight?
Did that say Tom?
That's what it sounded like.
Pretty.
Hey, Mitchell?
No.
Yes, we heard Tom. I'm asking Mitchell why he was banging on Rob's walls.
Yeah, they heard.
They heard.
They heard. Hurt or hurt?
I heard like they heard it, like maybe talking about us. We heard it.
You gotta wait until he's awake. Don't do that in the middle of the night. Right. When he's sleeping, wait till he's awake.
Yeah.
It happened one night here. It was really weird. And I still wonder what it was. It must have been about like 3 in the morning or so, 3 to 4 in the morning. It was storming pretty good out. Wind was blowing pretty good. And I was hearing something like something tapping on the wall. And what I thought it was, because I was laying there in bed, I sort of woke up for a minute because it was pretty loud. Like I say, it was storming out, and I thought that it was like the tree next to the building, possibly like hitting the side of the building. And I thought of it the next morning. I looked out there, and the tree is like way too far away.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been hitting it. I mean, if it would have blown that far, I mean, the tree would have probably, the branches probably would have broke.
Yeah.
So it's like, wait a minute, that tree is way too far away. There's no way it hit the side of the house like that. So I was like, what the hell was I hearing?
Yeah, same here. I mean, there's no, I have trees, but they're, 50 feet away from the house. So there's nothing.
It's never happened again since then, unless it did happen and I was just sleeping.
Yeah.
Know about it.
Yeah, I've had weird stuff like that happen before, and I don't know if I'm just so used to it or what, that I hear it and I think, well, that was weird, and I go back to sleep.
Exactly.
I guess a normal person would be freaking out, but I'm just like,
right, exactly. Well, yeah, that's how I've always been, because I grew up in a house like that, where it was a normal routine that we would, hear shit going on in the middle of the night.
Now, if something grabs me by the ankle and yanks me out of bed, that'll wake me up. I'll be up for the next week, but yeah.
The spirits at Rob's house. Can you tell Rob his spirit guides' names?
What?
That's something I've still never been able to find out. I've asked
Getting it.
time again.
West.
Can you tell Rob the name of his guides, his spirit guides?
Hey, there's the singing that Lori was asking for.
Mm-hmm.
I know who I believe to be my spirit guides. I've been told they were my spirit guides.
Well, she just sang one of my guides' names when she sang. She sang Paul.
Bill.
Hey, Bill?
I think it did.
You were asking about Bill earlier.
Yep.
And you finally showed up. Yes, it was. Yes, he was.
Is Bill here this evening? My mom has seen Bill.
Cool.
I think so.
Yeah, she was pretty freaked out at the time. She wouldn't tell me for almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's her brother's my uncle. It's her brother who died in 1979, I think. And she said he was in her room.
That's wild.
And he was covered in blood.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah. And my mom's not, she doesn't like play this whole ghost game at all.
So it freaked her the hell right out.
Yeah, she's seen and heard a lot of stuff, but she very, very rarely ever talks about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one kind of got to her.
Yeah, I would think.
Imagine seeing a dead relative would do that to you, especially if they're blood on you. Yeah.
Yeah. I said, "You sure you weren't dreaming or anything?" And she was like, "No," because I was asleep. I know I was asleep, but I woke up and I know what I saw. She was like adamant about it. And it's what was weird is the night that happened. It was when we had the hurricane here.
Mm-hmm.
It was the day before that, and my brother and my nephew and another one of my friends was here staying here, and she didn't want to sleep in her room that night. She kept trying to get my brother or his son or somebody to go sleep in the room. Yeah, she was freaked out for a little bit.
Yeah, I would think so.
Hey, spirits, can you tell me my guides' names?
Spirits, what are Debbie's spirit guide names?
He's just sing Jesus.
I think it did.
That would be a very cool spirit guide.
Yeah, really.
I would gladly take him as a spirit guide. Although I'm quite disappointed with some of the choices I've made.
Yeah, me too.
I heard Mike. Jennifer wants to know if you can tell her the names of her guides.
Yes. To see.
Well, is that still Spiritus?
Yep.
Now, are you running just one of the channels?
I have it set on the channel setting, which is just like running them all random.
Oh, okay. So it goes on. Oh.
I usually run all 4 of them together.
I usually run 2 and 3
Yeah.
together.
Sometimes I turn off the one that has the D voice.
Say, help me. Actually, I think it'll help me.
And I put on the reverb. Unless I'm running it with my pedals and stuff, then I don't put it on.
Wine.
Right now I have 2 and 3 on.
Bye.
I was like saying help a whole bunch of times.
Yeah.
I think I already heard it like 3 times in the last.
Jennifer, did you say that one of yours is Mike? Because I heard Mike.
There it was again.
Yep, they said Mike.
I said Mike.
And I thought I heard them say Lena too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the name of her third spirit guide? You said Mike and Lena. What's the other one? Todd? They said Todd. Did they just say stop? They just said Mike again. Well, Lena, Todd, and Mike. What about Debbie's guides? Do it.
Hi.
Stop.
Yep.
Come out.
And for me, belong.
Come out, wherever you are.
Can you say my guides' names? That's right. Anna is one of them. And Mike is one of them. What's the third one's name? Can you tell me my main spirit guide's name?
I keep hearing Mike.
Yeah, well, Mike is one of them, but there's another male spirit guide. Can you tell me his name? Yep. He just said it, Paul. Wow. What about Perry's? Can you give Perry his spirit guides' names, please?
Okay, you're reading my mind now.
Setting it.
Singing.
Can you tell us who Perry's spirit guides are? What their names are?
How will I know if I hear a name if it's right?
Yeah.
I have no idea who they are. I'm still, in all these years, I still haven't figured that out.
Well, just listen. They'll give them to you eventually. The names you hear over and over again.
Yeah, I had a name come through. I think it was the first day that I bought the SCD-1. I was just sitting out in the parking lot at work. And you know how like you'll be running an app or radio or whatever, and you hear the stuff and you can, you know what's coming out of the box or out of the app or whatever. But then you hear a voice that just doesn't like fit with the rest of them. It just sounds different.
Right.
And that's what I got. And it was just, it was real weird because I asked, who's here? And I heard that, the typical stuff that's coming out of the SCD-1. And then I hear this voice, real weird voice that says Lenny. And I asked, I said, did you say Lenny? And it said, yes. And I asked, are you a spirit guide? And it said, yes. I asked if you're my spirit guide. It said, yes. And then like, I don't know, 3 months later or so, I was talking to a friend she wasn't a friend at the time, but she was a medium. And I was talking to her about spirit guides, and just out of the blue, she's like, I don't know if this means anything to you, and this is the first time I ever really talked to her. So I don't know if this means anything to you, but I'm getting the name Lenny. I was like, okay, well, yeah, that means something.
Yeah. See, that's the weird thing too. I've asked a couple of different people who say they're psychic, at least, who my spirit guides are, and they never told me.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, this was weird.
One lady that I asked her about it a couple of times, and I swear it almost seemed like she like purposely. I don't know. I wonder if this lady is really psychic at all. it's a lady that was in the group that I used to go out with and do investigating with, but I don't know. I have my doubts about her her ability, and she would always like end up talking about something else, change the subject somehow or another, and would never answer it.
Yeah.
Tell me anything about anything.
Yeah, I was, talking to this girl, and I was kind of thinking to myself, I don't know about this, But then when she came out with that, I was like, well, okay.
Yeah, that's the one thing I meant to ask when I was with Katrina Cooper. I meant to ask her about that, and I just completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
And so many other things that day, the day we actually met in person and got together out at Bachelor's Grove Cemetery and spent the day out there. And that was pretty cool. It's like, man, after I reviewed the stuff from that day, there's so much, because when we first got, what was really cool is when we first got there, before we ran any ghost boxes or did anything, she started talking to us about what she was sensing about the place.
Yeah.
And I mean, sure, you could maybe say that, maybe beforehand she went online and checked out a bunch of stuff or something, but she was doing stuff that was just very, very random stuff that, that, I mean, I've read a lot of stuff about that place and seen a lot of videos about it, documentaries and things, and I do know quite a bit of information about it. And she was saying stuff that I had never heard of, and then a lot of it was sort of verified either through the spirit box, or what ended up happening too is when we were there, we ran into the guy who was basically like the groundskeeper of the place, and he knows a whole lot of stuff about the history of the place, and he told us a bunch of stuff that basically verified a lot of the stuff that she said when we first got there.
Wow.
Stuff that I never heard about, and one in particular that she started talking about there being slaves buried there. And I was thinking, that's not, I never heard of any, any, in all the things I've ever seen and read about the place, I've never heard of anything about any slaves being there. And we were talking, she mentioned it to the groundskeeper guy, and he said, yeah, there is one that I know of. There might be more, but one in particular that there's still part of the stone there. And he goes, yeah, I could show it to you. And it's actually outside of the main cemetery area where, of course, back in those days, they probably would have done it that way, where they wouldn't have buried a slave where the regular white people were, they would have put him way off to the side somewhere, and that's where it was. And he brought us there and told us some other stuff, and she actually even pointed in the right direction when she was talking about it. She's like, over on this side, and I feel like there's some slaves of it. And I didn't say anything, but I was thinking, nah, there ain't no slaves here. What's she talking about? She's it's like, where'd she pull that out of? And then he started talking to the groundskeeper guy, and he's like, oh yeah, there's one right over here.
Perry, have you heard the name Larry?
I don't think so.
Lori, he hasn't heard the name Larry, he doesn't think he's heard the name Larry. Lori said she was picking up the name Larry for your spirit guide. She picked up on 2 of the 3 guides for Jennifer.
No, that's the name I never remember hearing.
Yeah, I've seen Katrina do some pretty cool stuff.
I haven't had a reading with Katrina, or really I've watched a couple of her readings where Rhodey filmed her doing live streams.
Yeah.
But I missed the last time when she was on Paranormal Soup. I wasn't there that week.
Yeah, anytime she comes on there, we usually get something weird happening.
Yeah.
That tends to happen around mediums, though. Like,
Yeah.
they come with, spirits all around.
I had my Geo box there, and she said, "Oh, do you mind if could I touch it?" And I thought she was like just kind of, well, of course. Like, weird stuff happens to these things when I put my hands on them, and sure enough, she like put her hand on it, and it was like it wasn't working right all of a sudden.
Yep, that energy.
I was pushing the buttons and stuff, and it wouldn't scan, and it was sounding all whacked out and shit. And
you broke my box.
And then I shut it off and turned it back on a couple of different times, and then finally it started scanning normal again.
Wow.
It's like, oh, that was kind of weird. She's like, see, I told you.
Up again.
You broke my Geo box.
You broke my mojo.
Oh.
Yeah, my friend Heather here that I like to go ghost hunting with a lot. She doesn't consider herself a psychic or anything like that, but she's definitely got something. She's definitely a spirit magnet, and I've seen her do and heard stories of other people have seen her do stuff that, like one in particular, she went in to do a residential investigation, and she was like kind of doing her own thing, and she kept like pulling up the rugs and stuff. Like looking, she was real interested in the floor, and the other friend who was actually is a medium was there with her, and she was like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I don't know. I'm looking for something. I don't know what it is." And sure enough, they pulled up a rug, and there was like, it was hardwood floors, and there was one of the boards that came out, and there was like stuff underneath the floor, and she was just like drawn to it. Never been in there before, didn't know anything about the place, but like pinpointed it. Weird.
For sure. So here's one I always ask about, and I've never gotten a real answer that I've heard. The spirits can tell us if it's a full moon, which is tonight.
Yeah.
Has any effect on spirit activity?
Now,
More active during a full moon?
Timing.
Does the full moon have any effect with spirit communication? Does it make it better? Oh.
Who's the Frank you're talking about, Lori? You type in something about someone named Frank a few times. it's so weird because since I moved, I don't. It seems like I'm not getting any of the same spirits through that I used to. I guess in some ways makes sense. And I was wondering about that when I moved, if I was,
Yeah, if you would get the same thing.
Follow me and get the same stuff through there. And I'm sure you might remember. I know it happened on some live streams that you were on with even on Jason's show. I think a couple of times, but I kept getting the name Pete.
Yeah,
or Peter, and that was a name I first heard come through at an old cemetery I went to. Seemed to come through first there, and then I started getting it at home, like all the time, like tons and tons of times, and now over here it stopped. But when was it? It was not too long ago. I was doing a session. I asked about him because I've been asking about him often. Jesus saved Peter.
Wow.
It was saying some other things about Jesus, and I was thinking like, because I even asked, I didn't really get a response from it, but maybe he kind of crossed over, so to speak. Like he found his way to, and
All right, guys, I'm gonna get going.
All right, Debbie.
Thank you for having me on.
Anytime.
I had a good time as always.
Good hearing from you.
Have a good night.
All right, you too. Did you just hear Peter?
Bye, spirits.
Good luck.
Did you hear Peter?
I didn't.
I thought I did.
Talking at the same time or something. Never know.
Paul again.
So
it's weird because session I did last week, I heard Peter, and then I heard Paul, and I said, "Okay, where's Mary?"
Well, that is weird too. How often you start mentioning certain names?
I'm not hearing you, Perry.
Yep. You're not hearing me? I'm not muted. Uh-oh. What happened?
now
Still don't hear me?
Nope. You got no voice, mate.
That's well, let me do this.
All right, spirits, what's going on at Perry's? He has no voice. We can't hear him.
Jennifer's saying she hears me.
Hey. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Maybe it's just me that can't hear Perry. Jennifer says she can hear you.
Yeah, exactly. Did you change anything? Oh, I guess you can't hear me. I don't know. Let me see. No, that's all the same.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't hear you.
Oh.
Peculiar.
Uh,
Yeah, Jennifer says she hears us both. Wait. What are we going to wait for, spirits?
And for me. Oh, man.
Wait for me to clean my ears out?
I hope Rob's seeing the messages I'm typing in. Let's see.
It's weird. Like when Debbie hung up, she took your voice from me.
Right back.
Okay, yeah, maybe try that. I don't know what's going on. Looks like everybody else can hear you but me. All right, spirits. Do you have any other messages for Jennifer or Lori tonight?
Okay, can you hear me now? You can't. Let's see. Okay. And I still got no sound.
I still don't hear you, man.
Oh, boy. Jennifer and Lori, can you hear me? I'm not sure. Is the screen switching over?
What?
Oh, screen is switching over. I don't know. Oh,
Gold.
they're saying they can hear me.
Use chop.
I don't know.
How I have.
Down.
Weirdness. I don't know what's going on.
What?
People in the chat room, do you hear Perry? Just said nope. Yes. Okay, how come I can't hear?
That's what I'm wondering.
Did I change something here? Did I do something wrong? Weird.
Yeah. Jack.
Oh. Lori, can she hear me?
Comic.
No.
I don't know what's happening. Can't hear you at all.
Leave.
Leave?
I don't know. Huh. That's weird.
Weird.
Let's see.
Bill.
Maximum
Pain.
I don't know, Rob.
No.
Serious.
What?
Uh-oh.
Has it?
All right, spirits. What do I do to fix my sound over here? Give me a hint. Give me a clue, please.
North. Zero. 9.
No, that's not it. Uh-oh. What happened?
Oh.
Mates.
And a
Go away. There it is. Okay.
Let's
see.
I don't know. Flipped every switch I got going over here. It was weird. Right when Debbie left, your sound cut out on me. I got no idea.
Fine.
Go. Hey.
Light.
What?
And it.
Even.
All right. See you later, Lori. Yeah, I'm about to cut out of here pretty quickly myself, too.
Just no.
Especially since my audio is kind of freaking out. I put new batteries in my PSP7. I was going to try it, and it won't even turn on. Weird. Couldn't get my other radio to work either. Hang up and come back. I can try that.
No.
Right off. Good night.
Slave.